Hey everybody, thank you for joining the conversation today on Clemcast. Today we are talking with an entertainer, Matthew Silver. And in his own words, he says, I create content to entertain people. People think I'm weird. Matthew has mastered the parody of excessive seriousness by tapping into into his spirit animal, which is a hyena. And this is a twin spirit animal, kind of like the liger. It's coyote, trickster clown, and hyena, laughing and sly. He gives us permission to do what we so deeply desire to do, and that is to push back on the taboo, on the rules, and the social norms. And basically, when you see he can do it, it gives you the permission that you can do it too. I highly recommend that you go out there on YouTube and you find Matthew. His YouTube channel is Matthew Silver's Awakening. And you can find it at Love Fart. And just go on a deep dive. And yeah, so hi,
Hi.
Matthew. So, Matthew, tell
Yes.
us.
Hi.
What are you passionate about currently, aside from surfing the mind of no attachments?
Um, I don't know, the clown renaissance.
Ooh. So is this clown renaissance, is this coming, do you think it's coming to the light of awareness through like how everybody's become aware of the chakras, which is sort of like an ancient thing that now people are starting to pay attention to in modern times, and they evolve of these chakras to the crown chakra, and then they always forget the clown chakra. So is that where the clown renaissance comes in? Is it's like one chakra above?
I mean, I don't have any idea. I have no idea.
Is the clown
But mean,
renaissance part of enlightenment?
I mean, in front of me, I see the angel numbers 444. So I guess that's something, right?
I think it's a confirmation. Absolutely.
Oh wait, now the guy's getting in the car with the license plate, and he's driving away now.
Oh,
So 444 is disappearing.
but not the clown renaissance. It's not this character.
Okay, so the clown renaissance is already here. I mean, it's something for me to get excited about. It's like it's already here, but I always imagined just a bunch of friendly clowny people, just a bunch of weirdos. And you know what? I don't know. I'm still confused. So, no, everybody's confused anyway. But I mean, I'm putting on a show once every Wednesday, so that's kind of like my ritual. My show is like my ritual. I gotta make it into this magical thing.
Well, Wednesday is the perfect day for it, and you do that at the Mercury Lounge.
No, no, no. That's tomorrow, but next
Ah,
next Wednesday it's gonna be at the Sunflower Arcade Lounge, which is at 7 p.m.
oh, nice.
It's a different spot, but it's a arcade lounge, and it's a lot of. Anyway, I enjoy doing it because it brings in a lot of new people and weird people. I don't know. I'll do it as much as I can. I don't like doing outdoor show stuff. I like doing indoor stuff. It's not just love. It's all kinds of weird emotions and feelings.
Well,
But
when
I
did you
mean,
start doing
I call it clowns with problems.
That kind of it's a blanket description, I think, of a lot of people.
Yes, yes. I mean, people have problems. Now we're finding out clowns have problems.
And they wouldn't have thought that, huh?
And they wouldn't have thought it. And then you're finding out aliens have problems
Even
too.
the ETs have them. Oh my.
Oh my.
Have you I know Brent Pella, I don't know if you know who he is, but he's, had some interviews with some of these ETs, and they do describe some of these problems you wouldn't imagine.
Who has aliens?
There's a guy named Brent Pella. He's
Oh,
a funny guy, and he has some interviews with some of these ETs, and they talk
oh,
about being in this dimension and how it can be challenging.
oh, okay. Um, well, I mean, at least we're receiving each other in this dimension.
Absolutely. I
I
do.
mean, at least this dimension is somewhat working out.
It's definitely some work for sure. I was
I mean,
just
well, I mean, we're doing this podcast, so it's working out. I mean,
oh yeah.
to some extent, but then to what cost?
True.
No, I don't know. I like to always say something like that.
Well, I like that you're doing the indoor events. How long have you been doing this on Wednesdays?
Um, since last September or October, I don't remember.
Oh, wow. All right. So almost a year. And
Oh,
when I saw you live, it was sort of indoor. We were at a festival type situation, but we were all in a yurt, and you just
which one?
made the day. We were out in the desert in California, and everybody,
Does it, that was the festival called?
um, like in Circle of Enlightenment. I don't know. I don't remember.
Yeah,
Oh,
Circle.
Love Circle Evolution.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You got it.
Yeah. And it was amazing. And we're all sitting on rugs, and probably half the people there had no idea what was in store. And we're sitting down on the ground, but plenty of times during your sharing and your offering with everybody, we went from sitting to being on our backs, just rolling around and laughing, and you really changed the whole event, and that was a highlight for me. Was getting a chance. I had already been following you online for many years, so just to get a chance to have that experience, I had no idea you were going to be there. I was there facilitating the hape ceremonies.
Right, 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 right.
Which I don't do anymore. But
Oh,
yeah, it helped me. It helped me. I had been exposed to some black mold, so it was really helpful for me. But it's not the kind of thing you continue, like water. That's something you kind of continue, but hape, it's for healing. So, in my
mm,
opinion. Oh my God. But I was gonna say, you were saying even clowns have problems, and I saw something with Jim Carrey. It was just going past on my screen, and he was saying something about depression, and he said to be depressed, that just means you need deep rest. I was like, well, that's a good way to look at it. How did you originally get inspired to be weird for the masses?
I guess just watching silly movies. Like, I guess I really like The Fisher King.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I was inspired by Robin Williams, and just, I mean, it didn't matter. It was the need to do something outside in public, interactive. I thought it was the next level, so I just kept doing it. But then I got tired of going out on the street, and especially during COVID, everything just I was just like, this is over for me right now.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, no, I like doing the inside stuff. But I don't know.
Yeah, that changed a lot of things for a lot of people.
Yeah.
All right, so I like to ask people outside of something that's obviously fulfilling for you. So like one man Canadian wrestling or whatever's fulfilling for you today, surfing on a boogie board. Um, what is your definition of fulfillment?
I mean, I guess fulfillment means I don't know. I guess fulfillment means effortless effort. Like learning to be in it without having to be in it. Fulfillment is finding the singularity with everything you do. I don't know. You do it, but you don't do it. So
Yeah,
I guess,
being in a flow, and I don't know, you explained it way better than I could. What keeps you motivated to continue to put entertaining content out to people?
it's so silly. It's everybody can do it. It's just you come up with a concept. Uh, I don't know. I was trying to work on this concept today, but it wasn't working out for me. But I was gonna try a concept of don't neglect your inner child. So I was saying, growing up in a way, my dad neglected me a little bit, but I'm not. Uh, and So I was thinking like, parents neglect means, well, I have no idea what it means. But I had this idea that it meant parents neglect meant that I'm neglecting my because they neglected me, I neglect myself because I'm always looking for validation. And then when you nickel you when you look for validation else when you don't find validation within you, you're looking for it elsewhere.
Yeah, it's like looking for it's like the difference between external validation and having aspiration. So that's where we have internal validation in a way. When we aspire, we're validating our own selves to do what we aspire toward without needing anybody else to say, give us encouragement, for instance. If you're aspiring, that's coming from within you, right?
Yeah, you find that piece of you that wants to do it. You find your heart. You talk to your heart. You don't neglect your inner child. It's your little child, and what happens if you neglect it? It becomes an emotional pain body. I don't know. This is my own theory. Maybe it's just all bullshit. But you don't want to neglect your own little inner child becomes your emotional pain body. So now if you just feel your emotional pain body, which sometimes people feel it here or here or here, maybe you'll cry a lot. And then maybe what'll happen, you'll break through and then you'll tap into your inner child and it'll be okay again. But that's my theory. I mean, I was doing that with my therapist, but I shouldn't tell you what I do with my therapist.
Oh, well,
But
I don't think it's BS because for everybody what you're going through is always valid, in my opinion. Do you feel that way too?
yes, yes, you got to pay attention to your own script. I mean, we're all going through our own script, and a big mistake we all make is comparing ourselves to other people.
Mhm.
You can only compare yourself to yourself, and just get inspired with your own script, however that will be.
Yep.
I mean, that takes you on a roller coaster. Maybe you have a 9-year marriage and then you get a divorce.
I did
But
that
but
after 13
before
years.
that, what?
I said I did that after 13 years.
Well, there you go.
I
I
didn't
mean,
see it coming.
life just hits you with many different directions. I don't know. We just had the COVID. Maybe we'll get the asteroid. Maybe we'll get another virus. Maybe we'll get a really bad corn disorders. I mean, it's endless. I mean, you could die and then the individual is so vulnerable, could die at any moment.
But it's
I
good
mean,
to get hurt.
we're here to do something very deep, but it's very weird because what's deep is not. It's. I mean, it's easy to talk about, but I guess it's hard to do. I mean, it is love.
Love is the answer.
Yeah, but I mean, whatever.
But you had a good reminder on a video the other day that it's good to get hurt. And when we remember that, then we're not so afraid of everything all the time. So like you said, we don't know what's coming, if it's a asteroid or a mind
What now?
virus or the cordyceps or what's coming next.
What?
The
What?
cordyceps. There was a HBO movie recently, and the cordyceps mushroom had become
Uh, the
intelligent.
cordyceps?
They're called cordyceps, like corduroy except for
Oh,
cordyceps.
you with the zombie ants?
Yes, kind of.
They become the ants become zombies.
Well, the cordyceps decided they wanted to take over the planet, and they're mushroom, they're fungi, and so they can't they can't normally affect the human organism, but climate change happened, and it made it so the cordyceps could get into our brains, and then it infected the whole planet. It was like a zombie apocalypse from mushrooms.
That's not true. Somebody made that up.
No, it was on HBO.
No, it wasn't.
I saw it. I can't remember
I
what
don't
it's
see
called.
any cordyceps. What are you talking about?
I actually took some today, so I'm not afraid of it. Like you said, sometimes it's good to get hurt.
What?
You said that in a video recently when you were swinging on the rings and then you flipped upside down.
What rings when I flipped upside
Well,
down? What do you?
you hit your head, so you might not remember, but then you told the gentleman who was helping you that it's good to get hurt. You were at the gym outdoors.
I have no idea what you're talking.
It's on Instagram. I think you were with like Andrew and maybe Brian. I don't know who you were with. And there are these rings on ropes.
Oh, yeah, the podcast. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah. That's what it was. That's what
I'm
it
sorry. I didn't know. Sorry.
was. Well, you did hit your head, so
I don't know. I didn't really hit my head. We were just over exaggerating everything.
Well, I like it.
Thank you. Thank you. That's so nice. That's so kind of you.
I wanted to ask you if you know anything. So something that I find is interesting is like all of the clairs. So there's, clairvoyance, there's claircognizance, and these are things that everyone has, but not everyone really taps into them. For instance, I'm clairaudient. That's the one that I can tell from even being a child. I would hear things very clearly. And there's also something called clairolfactance, where you smell everything very strongly, clairgustance, where everything tastes differently to you. And I wanted to know if you knew anything, if there's any such thing as like clairflatulence.
I have no idea. I mean,
I thought you'd be the
well,
one to know because you have love part.
I tell you, I have no idea. I guess I don't really care. I mean, I'm in a way, I'm over the whole fart thing. I mean, I'll always do it. It's always fun to make a sound with your mouth. You
That's
know,
true.
fun
That's true.
stuff. Oh.
So here's a question. Do you ever kind of hit a wall and it seems like there's just not any funny weirdness there and you just have to wait a while to get back into the fun zone? Or is it just kind of like you said, just in a flow and it's just ebbs and flows and it's just there? Or does it ever seem like, you kind of go, whoa, it's been a while since I've felt like funny?
You know, I don't know. It doesn't really matter. You just do things, and I just move forward. Sometimes I do get stuck. Yeah, yeah, and I guess that's part of it. I guess I try to make an idea about getting stuck. But
So then stuff becomes the
I've
idea.
I've been inspired the last week, so maybe I'll be I mean, I wanted to make a video this morning, but it didn't work out. But maybe I'll try to do it. I'll do it later. I don't know. Doesn't matter. You gotta keep moving forward. And
Is keep moving forward? Is that just kind of is that the best way that you would say that people could just kind of combat this excessive seriousness that we see in
no,
everyday life?
not for everyone. I
Okay.
mean, not for me. I mean, sometimes you gotta go sideways. I mean, you just gotta you just gotta be one. You gotta love. You gotta love you gotta love it. You gotta love what you do. I don't know. You gotta love everything you do. You can't get away from yourself. It's a nightmare. So I feel like the only way to combat it is to find love or some kind of inner peace. Find your inner cloud of serenity. I don't know. I don't know. You know, they always say feel your ickiness. Go deeper with your ickiness.
And love your ickiness.
Yeah. I mean, it's common sense. Everybody, everybody's saying it now.
It's true. Well, because they say that the stuff that you judge the most in yourself is what you're going to judge the most in others. It just creates a bunch of walls around you, and it's all coming from the inside out. So if you could just like find all the stuff you don't like about yourself and stop judging it and have love for it and just accept that that's part of you, integrate it.
Exactly.
You've been traveling around a lot, or is it mostly just going to be East Coast right now?
I guess just Manhattan. I don't know. I just want to focus on one thing at a time.
Yeah.
I just want to make the show moderately, I mean, just good on a regular basis. And then maybe that's not, you can't do that. Maybe I'll find out I can't do that. And then maybe I'll stop the show and do something different. But I mean, I really enjoy this week. I really enjoyed making these last few videos. The thing is, anybody can make videos and edit. I don't know what I'm doing. It's just a little fun thing. I mean, I'm no, I'm no, I'm you practice that you're nobody. I mean that you're special, but you're not so special.
Mhm.
I mean that's what life is. It's like convincing yourself that you're so special that what you want to do in your life is worth it for you and you're worthy for it. And whatever success you're worthy for.
Yeah. While keeping in mind that you're special and you're special and you're special and you're special. It's like we all have to figure it out ourselves.
Yeah, I guess we're all finding our own yin and yang.
I love all the videos that you put out, and I agree, anybody can make a video and have some fun. And I think it's important that you do it. And I like the collaborations you do with other people as well. The one about is this too much that you did with Tony, that was really funny. And it kind of helps people to get out of their sort of, we get into these like fixed frame of mind where I don't know. It's like we're like we're the manager and we're way up here and we're like watching ourselves and we can't allow ourselves just to be spontaneous and have fun. And so when you and Tony and everyone else who decides just to let's make something fun and then put it up there, it shows everybody like, hey, if that's something you feel called to do, then just do it and see what happens. And I'll put videos on YouTube with just some random thoughts that'll come to me while I'm on a walk or whatever. And some of the funniest stuff is when the people criticize me in the comments. I actually enjoy it. It's pretty funny.
Mhm.
One person said, take this dementia patient's camera away from her. And I was like, I don't know. I thought it was actually a pretty good comment. I think they were trying to be mean, but it made me laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's good to not take it personally.
Mhm. Absolutely. Well, Matthew, I'm not going to keep you all day. I've had fun talking with you. And um, so tomorrow, if anybody wants to come out and be silly and watch you in person, that's at the Mercury Lounge,
Yeah, 9 p.m.
9 p.m., New York, New York. And that is September 23rd, right?
Yes.
No, August 23rd.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. August 23rd. And if you want to go and watch Matthew's videos, it's Matthew Silver's Awakening on YouTube or silver.matthew on Instagram, right?
Yes.
Yes. All right. Well, do you have any parting tidbits or words of wisdom that you've gained through all of your personal experiences of being a love clown in the weirdness that we call life that you would love to leave us with today?
Definitely. We all are that was it.
That was it. Beautiful. Thank you. Well, thank you, Matthew. I've had fun and I will enjoy continuing to follow you around all the places that you are playing and having a good time and making people laugh.
Thank you. That's awesome. Yay!
Bye. I have to figure out how to stop recording. How do you stop recording? Oh, here we go.